Here I am. I am live. I am live, ladies and gentlemen. So welcome again to another test here. I'm using my smartphone to go live through YouTube and the Facebook. I don't know exactly how this magic works, but it's working. So I'm going to noodle for a little bit. If anyone has any questions, please feel free to ask. Or if I come up with something I want to talk about, I'll do that too. It's weird, there's like a big delay over there. I'm looking over there at myself, and there's a big delay. But hopefully this works out. I think it's going to tell me also if anyone's watching or not. Anyway, let me know if it sounds alright. If it sounds okay, let me know. And if it looks okay, let me know. I'll probably look at it again later on. But here we go. So, for some reason, I was thinking about, and I think people do this. Most people do this. Who's going to show up at my funeral? And for some reason, I was thinking about who's going to show up at my funeral. And I started thinking about all these people that I know that probably would show up at my funeral. And of course, some of you are in California, New York, Houston, Texas, LA, that area. There's all sorts of people everywhere, so I'm not going to expect everyone to make it. And after thinking about that for a while, I started to realize that I probably shouldn't be thinking about dying. Because that's really what it comes down to, is dying. And I don't want to die. Or at least not yet. Anyway, one thing I did want to talk about today is... Hey, Colin. You reacted to a link that I shared. I don't know what that means, though. Oh, that's not over here, though. It didn't say it over here, so it didn't happen. It's over here. I'm so confused. I want to talk about effects, guitar effects. And I'll start by straightening this up. There, that's straight. That's not so straight. Look at me. Look at me. Taking care of things. There we go. That's a little bit straighter. Maybe. Guitar effects, anyway. Someone asked me the other day, here's what it comes down to. Every now and then I get complimented on my guitar sound. And there's really nothing really special about it. The sound, of course, I've talked about this before. This is my Digitech rack processor unit that I absolutely love. And I use every time I do these live videos. When I'm on stage, I use my small Digitech, well, not small Digitech, but it's my Digitech pedal board. It's an RP1000. It's more of a modeling thing, whereas this is not a modeling thing. But the sound that I use in the pedal board is kind of modeled after a Marshall 900 XL. If you're familiar with the XL, that's the 900, except with an extra tube in the preamp instead of the diode that they put in the 900. And that's kind of what I go for and what have gone for. But there's a few other things that I think is very important when coming up with a guitar sound and something that sounds good. So the first thing is, don't crank the gain. The more you crank the gain, a lot of times what you're playing becomes not too intelligible. So what I mean by that is that the more distortion that you stick on a guitar, there's really no direction in your playing. So turn down the gain a little bit. Turn down the preamp gain so that it's not too gainy. The sound that I have here is not that gainy. It sounds like it is. And on my pedal board, it sounds like it is. a lot of that comes from just the fact that I hit a little bit harder. Let me turn the volume down real quick. You can kind of tell how loud I hit. I smack it pretty hard. So a lot of that gain sound is kind of coming from that. It's not coming from the gain of the preamp. If I just kind of pull this up a little bit, that's not all that gainy, you know? So that's the first thing. Don't peg the gain, especially when you're in a lead channel. And a lot of times when I'm live, I kick in a modeled, I think it's a TS-808, like a tube screamer, to kind of give some additional gain, I guess. But even that is not set all that gainy. My tube screamer setting that I have is pretty much, I think the gain on that is low. The tone is actually notched back a little bit to kind of remove some of the highs on that. And then the level is what is pushing the front end of the amp. So that's kind of where I get the gain from the tube screamer and the sound. So don't gain it up. The other thing is minimize the effects that you have on your guitar. So I pretty much run pretty dry when it comes to effects. Like you can tell, there's no reverb here. I know that's not how you play it. I'm sure someone's gonna like flame me for you played it wrong. You played it wrong. You played it wrong. No. I don't care. But there's not any reverb on this at all. Let me get into the settings here, and I'll add some reverb. So I do that by going to Edit. Now I haven't done this in a while, so I might be doing this wrong. And then I have to turn something. So I'm going to Edit. There's the EQ. There's the distortion. There's the noise gate. There's the S-disc. The effects. There's a parametric EQ, and then the master mix, and then the preamp, and the compressor, the wah, external loop. There's actually two preamp stages in this unit. There's a tube path and then there's a solid state path. And I can set both of them up, so I can kind of have like a tube and a solid state thing going on in the concert. And that's really all I have in here. I don't have any reverb. And the type of... Let me see if I can change this. No, I can't change that. The type of setting that I have on there is pretty much it's nothing. It's the preamp, it's the EQ, the parametric EQ, and that's it. Let me get out of that. Let me see, how do I get out of that program? There we go. Here's my lead channel, which is maybe a little bit more gainy than the other channel. But it sounds like this. Hey, guess who just hit some wrong notes? compressor on that, actually the gain's about the same, I think. The compressor's a little different on that. Actually, I'm using a little bit of a compressor on this one, whereas on the other one I didn't. The only other thing then, aside from the you know, the EQ and things like that, is just the delay. That's it. And the delay I have on here, let's check it. Let's edit. I think I actually don't like how short that delay might be. Let's see. Analog delay is on. I think I'll go here. Nope. Nope, that's off. Store. Oh, here's the page. So I have it set to 600 milliseconds, and the feedback is at 36%. Knock that feedback down a little bit. So the feedback is how much of the delay is going back into the signal. One person has joined me. I'm going to go over here for a moment to see what's going on. I think I can do that. I don't know what that means. Edit settings. No, 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 no. Don't delete the channel. Don't delete the channel. Am I still live? I think I'm still streaming live. I am still streaming live, and I'm over here doing all sorts of things. Oh, here's my chat. I wonder if this, see, now this is new to me, so I don't know how this chat's going to work. But it says, chat application. It's loading. Here we go. All right. I don't know if I'm actually doing anything or not. So anyway, so I can't tell if you're sending me a message. That's shitty. There's got to be a way. There must be a way. There must be a way. Let's see. Thanks for putting up with me here. Because I don't know if I'm doing this right. I really don't know. I'm new to this. I'm new to this. What happens if I do this? Oh, I go to the dashboard, and the dashboard is going to tell me nothing. That's not what I wanted to see. All right. Anyway, so on this on my lead channel, let's get back to that. On my lead channel, there's really not much going on. There's the EQ and all that stuff, and gain, and compressor, and just delay. And that's it. I'm not a big fan of reverb. I know a lot of guitar players do. I actually knew someone that, I mean, I'm sure everyone knows someone that on a real amp, such as this. What if there's, you know what? Maybe I can kick the reverb on the amp. See if that does anything. See if that affects anything. Nope, doesn't. So I think we all know guitar players that will dial in a sound, crank the gain, and then have the whole thing swimming in reverb. And from my perspective, doing that, all that does is it kind of muddies your sound a little bit. It's kind of like playing through a Bose speaker system, right? So the thing with Bose was no highs, no lows, must be Bose, and they had that smeared sound stage. And that is kind of what reverb does to your guitar. And that's why I don't really like to use it. That's my sound. When I mute my string or stop playing, I don't want there to be any sort of weird reverb there. It masks my sound. I don't need that. So anyway, those are some of the things that I don't do when playing. And again, I appreciate all the comments when people say that they like my sound. I'm always trying to find ways to better it. Lately, though, I've just kind of toned down. I just kind of go with the flow, kind of let it breathe a little bit. I think sometimes if you keep changing stuff all the time, what you have doesn't get a chance to breathe. And I think you have to let it breathe for a little bit. Get acclimated to it. You might like it and not have to change it. And if you don't like it, then yeah, go ahead and change it. So don't crank the gain. A lot of times the stuff you hear on the radio isn't gainy. You know, we listen to a lot of the stuff that's being recorded. It's not that gainy. And when I record, even myself, I want to hear the gain a little bit when I'm recording, while I'm recording. So I might do that, but the way that I record, I kind of record the guitar without any amps or effects, and I can kind of reamp it. And then when I reamp it, then I'm usually picking a less gainy sound because the performance is there. I just don't need all that lush and mush and all that stuff. So, thanks again for sticking with me. I'm still trying to figure out how to look at my chats. I'm going out live and it's telling me that YouTube events is online and Facebook is online. I just don't know. Oh, social alerts. What's that? Tell your followers when you go live and add your message. And Restream will send it automatically whenever you are streaming. Ooh, I'm going to do that. Bear with me. I want to see what this does. Connect to my Facebook. Yes. 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 I'm clicking. I'm tap. Oh, there it goes. What was it? Tapping hard enough, people. Gotta tap harder. All right, I'm connected to my Facebook. Post to page. How about none of those? It won't let me change. It won't let me change my thing. If I go down. Keep going down. Ooh, I can scroll. There we go. Nope, wouldn't let me change. Scroll down. Scroll down. So like that. There we go. Now update that. Nice. Look at that. That is beautiful. The thing of beauty right there. All right, I'm gonna noodle for a bit. All right, I'm gonna do something else here real quick.